Hi students, we discuss human excretory system. In previous classes, we completed structure of human excretory system. The chief excretory organs in human body are kidneys. So the human excretory system consists of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, a urinary bladder and urethra. So the structure of kidneys, ureters, urinary bladder and urethra are completed in previous class. Next, the internal structure of kidney also completed. LS of kidney. Today we discuss about the structural and functional units of kidney. The structural and functional units of kidney are nephrons. Today we discuss about the structure of nephron. Human nephron. So nephrons are the structural and functional units of kidney. Each human kidney possesses 1 million of nephrons. 1 million of nephrons. Nephrons filter the blood and separate the nitrogenous waste. So the nephrons are structural and functional units of kidney. Internally, kidney possesses connective tissue, blood vessels, lymph vessels, nerves, and also nephrons. Nephrons are extends in the connective tissue of the kidney. Now we discuss about the structure of human nephron. Here the kidney has two portions. Internally, kidney has two portions. Outer portion or outer zone of the kidney is called cortex. Inner zone or inner portion is called medulla. So internally, kidney has two distinct regions or zones or portions: outer cortex and inner medulla. Here, the nephrons are extends in both cortex and medulla. Now, we discuss about the human structure of human nephron. The human nephron has two main parts or divides into two parts. Nephron divides into two parts. Bowman's capsule nephron divides into two parts. Number one, Bowman's capsule. And renal tubule. So the human nephron divides into two parts: Bowman's capsule and renal tubule. First, we discuss about the Bowman's capsule of nephron. The blind end of tubule, blind end of renal tubule forms a double-walled cup-like structure called Bowman's capsule. So Bowman's capsule is a cup-like structure. It has two layers, outer and inner layers, or it has two. So the Bowman's capsule is double-walled cup-like structure. So the blind end of renal tubule forms a cup-like double-walled cup-like structure called Bowman's capsule. This is outer layer, this is inner layer. The inner layer of the Bowman's capsule, inner layer of the Bowman's capsule is lined by simple squamous epithelial cells. Simple squamous epithelial cells. So this is simple squamous epithelium. So inner layer of the Bowman's capsule is lined by simple squamous epithelial cells. The simple squamous epithelial cells of inner layer of the Bowman's capsule are called podocytes. 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 So inner layer of the Bowman's capsule is lined by simple squamous epithelial cells. The simple squamous epithelial cells of inner layer of Bowman's capsule are called podocytes. Podocytes. Podocytes forms filtration slides or slides pores. So the podocytes are simple squamous epithelium of inner layer of Bowman's capsule forms small openings or pores. These are called filtration slides or slide pores. So podocytes on the inner layer of Bowman's capsule forms small pores called filtration slides or slide pores, which helps in filtration of blood. Next, Bowman's capsule is located in the cortex of the kidney. Next, a afferent renal arteriole enter into Bowman's capsule, which divides into small blood capillaries. The small blood capillaries forms a net-like structure in the Bowman's capsule. This net-like structure of blood capillaries in the Bowman's capsule is called glomerulus. So glomerulus is formed by afferent renal arteriole. A afferent renal arteriole enter into cup-like Bowman's capsule and divides into small blood capillaries, which forms a net-like structure in the Bowman's capsule. This net-like structure of blood capillaries in the Bowman's capsule is called glomerulus. Glomerulus. So glomerulus is a bunch or net-like blood capillaries formed by afferent renal arteriole. Next, the blood capillaries of glomerulus joins to form a arteriole called efferent renal arteriole. So the efferent renal arteriole is formed by the joining of blood capillaries of glomerulus. Blood capillaries of glomerulus joins to form a arteriole called efferent renal arteriole. Efferent renal arteriole. Here, the diameter of the afferent renal arteriole is larger than efferent renal arteriole. So, diameter of the afferent renal arteriole is larger than efferent renal arteriole. Here, the blood enter into glomerulus through afferent renal arteriole. So the afferent renal arteriole release its blood into glomerulus. Now the afferent renal arteriole carry the blood from glomerulus so the afferent renal arteriole carry the blood of glomerulus away from the glomerulus. So afferent renal arteriole carry the blood away from the glomerulus. So the blood passes into glomerulus through afferent renal arteriole and passes away from the glomerulus through afferent renal arteriole. Next, the glomerulus along with Bowman's capsule constitute Malpighian body or renal corpuscle. So the glomerulus of the Bowman's capsule and Bowman's capsule constitute Malpighian body or renal corpuscles. So here the Malpighian body or renal corpuscle has glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. The Malpighian body is situated in the cortex of the kidney. So this is Bowman's capsule. Next, renal tubule. Behind the Bowman's capsule, a long tubule is present called renal tubule. So behind the Bowman's capsule of nephron possesses a long tube called renal tubule. The renal tubule has different parts. Number 1, PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, Henle's loop, and DCT, distal convoluted tubule. So now we discuss about the renal tubule. So renal tubule has proximal convoluted tubule, Henle's loop, and distal convoluted tubule. First, proximal convoluted tubule. Behind the Bowman's capsule, a long part of the renal tubule is called proximal convoluted tubule or PCT. So, proximal convoluted tubule is the largest part of the renal tubule. The wall of the PCT or proximal convoluted tubule lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. Simple cuboidal epithelium with microvilli. So, wall of the PCT is lined by simple cuboidal epithelium with microvilli. The microvilli increases absorptive surface area of the PCT. So, free surfaces of the cuboidal cells of PCT possess microvilli. The microvilli increases absorptive surface area of the PCT. So, wall of the PCT is lined by simple cuboidal epithelium with microvilli. So, brush bordered simple cuboidal epithelium is present in the wall of PCT. Next, the PCT is located or situated in the cortex of the kidney. Next, the PCT continues and form hairpin-like structure. Hairpin-like structure called Henle's loop or loop of Henle. Henle's loop or loop of Henle. So Henle's loop is a hairpin-like tube or structure. The Henle's loop has two limbs. The first limb is descending limb of loop of Henle. So here PCT opens into descending limb of loop of Henle. The descending limb of loop of Henle enter into deep of the medulla. Next, the wall of the descending limb of loop of Henle is lined by simple squamous epithelium. So the wall of the descending limb of loop of Henle is very thin. So the thin bordered descending limb of loop of Henle is lined by simple squamous epithelium. Next, the descending limb of loop of Henle opens into ascending limb of loop of Henle. Here, the ascending limb of loop of Henle has two segments. The proximal, this is proximal segment. This is distal segment. The proximal segment of ascending limb of loop of Henle is very thin. The thin bordered proximal segment of ascending limb of loop of Henle is lined by simple squamous epithelium. Simple squamous epithelium. This is simple squamous epithelium. Next, distal segment of ascending limb of loop of Henle is very thick. The thick border distal segment of ascending limb of loop of Henle is lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. Simple cuboidal epithelium. So, the thin proximal segment of ascending limb of loop of Henle is lined by simple squamous epithelium, and the thick distal segment of ascending limb of loop of Henle is lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. Here, the descending limb and ascending limb of loop of Henle is situated in the medulla of the kidney. Next, the ascending limb of loop of Henle moves to cortex, and continues as distal convoluted tubule. The distal convoluted tubule is lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. The distal convoluted tubule is located in the cortex. Next, the distal convoluted tubule or DCT is situated near to the Malpighian body. So DCT is located or situated near to the Malpighian body. Now, distal convoluted tubule continues to form initial collecting duct. Next, some of the initial collecting ducts of different nephrons joins to form straight collecting duct. Some of the straight collecting ducts of other nephrons joins to form duct of Bellini. The duct of Bellini travel through the renal pyramid. So this is renal pyramid. Medulla of the kidney possesses pyramid-like mass of tissue called renal pyramid. So here the duct of Bellini travel through the renal pyramid. Next, the duct of Bellini opens into pelvis of the kidney through calyces or calyx on the renal papillae. So here the duct of Bellini opens into cup-like structures called calyces on the renal papillae. Next, the calyces opens into pelvis. Next, the pelvis continues as ureter. continues as ureter. So the fluid, the duct of Bellini release its fluid into renal pelvis through renal papillae and calyces. This fluid or this urine enter into ureter. Enter into ureter. Ureter carries this urine or fluid to urinary bladder. Next, the blood capillaries of the glomerulus lined by endothelium. So wall of blood capillaries of glomerulus lined by endothelium. So the endothelium of blood capillaries of glomerulus forms fenestrations, small pores called fenestrations. So endothelium of wall of blood capillaries of glomerulus forms small openings called fenestrations. So the inner wall of the Bowman's capsule possesses small openings called filtration slides or slide pores. Next, wall of blood capillaries of glomerulus possess small openings called fenestrations. The fenestrations of endothelium of wall of blood capillaries of glomerulus and filtration slides or slide pores of inner layer of Bowman's capsule helps in the filtration of blood from blood capillaries or glomerulus into lumen of the Bowman's capsule. So the blood capillaries of glomerulus contains blood. The lumen of the Bowman's capsule possesses liquid or fluid or primary urine. Here the blood of glomerulus and fluid of Bowman's capsule separated by thin bordered double layers such as endothelium of blood capillaries of glomerulus and inner layer of the Bowman's capsule or podocytes of the inner layer of Bowman's capsule. So this is the structure of human nephron. The human kidney, each kidney possesses 1 million of nephrons. Here the Malpighian body means the glomerulus of the Bowman's capsule and Bowman's capsule constitute Malpighian body. So the Malpighian body. Next, proximal convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule. Initial collecting ducts are situated in the cortex of the kidney. Next, loop of Henle or Henle's loop and straight collecting duct and duct of Bellini is situated in the medulla of the kidney, middle of the kidney. So this is the structure of human nephron.